All right, I'm really hoping this is the last time we can talk about the destination filter for a while because, yeah, it just keeps getting sadder and sadder. But before we begin our video today, let's have a word from our sponsor.
And today's video is sponsored by Maximo, the rideshare automation app that allows drivers to safely and easily accept ride requests for Uber, Lyft, and Postmates. Whether you drive for a single platform or multiple platforms, Maximo's custom settings can help you drive more efficient, less distracted, and help you maximize your earnings. It will automatically accept one trip, turn off the other apps, and when your trip is over, it will end it, open the other apps, and accept the next trip, all without you having to touch your phone. Use referral code APP60 and get your first month free when you subscribe to Maximo.
Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur, and yeah, we're talking about the destination filter one more time. I hope this is the last we have to talk about this. I'm actually getting a little bored with it, and there's other news stories to talk about. It's not like this is the only thing happening in the world of Uber. Lyft hasn't followed suit yet, so yeah, technically it's just Uber, but here's why I think this has become such a big problem, and why I think these videos have resonated with my viewers, particularly the drivers, more than some of the other videos recently, because one of the reasons people still do Uber, one of the reasons that they still like Uber, even with all the bad things that are happening, is that sense of freedom. Someone told me that Uber is the ultimate plan B. If ever anything goes wrong, you can always do a little bit of Uber to make some extra money. No one wants it to be a plan, or few people want it to be a plan A. Most people perfectly happy with it being a plan B. Yeah, you don't get benefits. Yeah, there's a lot of wear and tear on the vehicle. Yeah, you don't get paid much, but hey, you can turn it on and off whenever you want to. And hey, if I'm just happen to be going somewhere, I can put the destination filter on, take a couple rides, and that's it. In fact, I'm going to be honest. I sometimes on the way to certain things that I know are far distance, I will turn the destination filters on and pick up a few people on the way, because why not? You're heading in that direction anyway. So when Uber either took it away or cut the rates by at least 30%, although some people watched my last video and pointed out that wasn't just simply 30%, that was a little bit more than 30%. But, you know, whatever. I think there is a sense of betrayal, like, you know, if we can't control our schedule, if we can't control when and how we do Uber, then effectively the problems that people like me complain about become much, much bigger. I think that's what it is, and that's why people are especially annoyed by this. And one of those people who was annoyed, and this is the only guy who sent this, by the way. I don't know how many people Uber is doing this to, but his name is Derek. And he sent me this. This is an online survey. And it actually asked the question, if you had to choose between the following, which you would choose to do? It's interesting, I think. I mean, that probably, like, which would you choose? But yeah, that's an interesting wording. And this is in the Uber app, by the way. And it says the destinations feature is available with reduced rates on destination trips. Or the destination feature is unavailable for use. I mean, they're missing a third option here. And that third option is clearly nothing happens. You leave it alone. In fact, you give us more. You go back to giving us 9. Because remember the 180 days of change? I think they gave us 9 destination filters. But then, of course, people started using it in ways that Uber didn't want you to use it. So they took it away. And they said the same thing. It's like, it didn't work out the way we wanted. People are waiting longer. And it's like, yeah, no, people, you know what? People can wait 5 to 10 minutes. It won't kill them. But here you go. They are actually asking at least him, which one would you prefer? It's almost like picking your poison. It's almost like that Simpsons gag where it's, you know, that James Bond supervillain spoof that was voiced by Albert Brooks. It was kind of like, I'm probably botching the joke, but it's like, do you want to die by fire or do you want to die by sharks? And it's like, what a choice. So anyway, he sent me another picture, and and he actually wrote something. And I think, by the way, this is good because they asked, how will this recent update to the destinations feature impact the way you drive, if at all? Please be specific. And his response was, during the 180 days of change, you promised six destination filters per day, but quickly took this away. Over the past few months, the use of destination filters has been limited closer to the city of Chicago. I live in Herscher, Illinois, and consistent end up driving all over northern Illinois, especially in the city of Chicago. I mostly use destination filters to try and get home before getting too tired to safely drive myself or anyone else. And yeah, I mean, maybe it would even went a little longer, but yeah, he basically was, it's not helping me out. And then they have this. Given this update to the destinations feature, has your level of trust with Uber gotten better or worse? And they have much better to much worse, and he selected much worse. And by the way, that is that's kind of the sense that I'm getting. Again, I know I said in the last video, but I saw an Uber tuber who's typically disagreed with me, still doesn't like me very much, but even he was pretty upset by this, and that kind of goes a long way to show how much Uber screwed the pooch on this. Not that they care, of course, because it's not their job to care about you. They're concerned about their future stockholders and the bottom company. And you probably saw the video yesterday, but someone, well, actually, I think it was Driver Lady Pro. She did a destination filter trip, screen captured it, sent him to me, which I appreciate, by the way, because she has her own channel, and it's a good channel, and you should subscribe to it, but she's still sending it to me so I can report it to you. And it was like, the fare was $13.94 for an hour, almost an hour trip. And Uber took like $8.96 or something like that from the fare that should have gone to her just because she used the destination filter. And of course, here's the thing. Had she not used the destination filter, she would have gotten a ride and it would have gone who knows where. And can we actually trust Uber to fairly distribute these funds like they say they... Well, first of all, they said they might redistribute the funds. So the might gives them a way out in case they don't want to, which I think is a fairly safe thing to assume they're going to do. But even if they did that, could we safely assume they're going to distribute all of them? And how does it get distributed? I mean, again, if they distribute to the people who don't use the destination filter, then what's the point of using the destination filter? I mean, that's like, well, yeah, of course I'm never going to use the destination filter because I get more money when I don't use it. But then that's what Uber wants, on the other hand. They don't want you to use the destination filter. It gets so annoying the more you talk about it and the more you realize how transparent their plan is. But the reason we're talking about this is because this survey is insulting. I mean, the whole thing is insulting. The whole thing is bad. The drivers don't win in any situation. If they lose the destination filter, they lose a good way to make money on the way home or during dead miles. And of course, Uber loses that opportunity as well. If they cut the rates, yeah, you get rides on the way home, but why would you want to do that? You're not making a lot of money. Your pay's already been cut so very, very low, and you don't want to have it cut anymore. So why would you even do it? And now they're actually asking, which poison would you prefer? I mean, yeah, I mean, they don't surprise me anymore, to be honest. They just don't. So we're going to have to leave it there. It's not surprising, and it's going to be interesting to see how much worse this gets up to the IPO. Because, by the way, folks, the IPO is apparently happening in April. I'm not going to make a separate video about that, but their filing suggests that in April, the IPO is happening. I am, of course, very curious to see what happens with these companies after they go public. Because they're not making money. They're going to be beholden to shareholders at that point. And shareholders want growth and money. Neither of which Uber is providing a whole lot of right now. So it is going to be a fascinating thing to watch. But of course, I'm going to end it there, and I'm going to leave the question to you. What do you think of this survey? Does this offend you, or is it like, doesn't offend me, sounds about right, or no real opinion on it? Have you gotten this, and what did you say? I would love to know. So Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, of course, but even those $1 a month goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly, and you get access to my Patreon's exclusive blog. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.